Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please welcome back in Jackson County Sheriff Nate Sickler. Good to see you. Thanks for coming, Sheriff.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So I want to start first with the tragic death this week of 13-year-old Rogue River girl Meadow Boyd. What's the latest on that case?
You know, we focused on the investigation yesterday. We had a meeting about what to do next, and we also that was a Crime Stoppers story. So, you know, outside of that, there's not much new information other than what we put out yesterday for Crime Stoppers and with our media release. So we're just really hoping whoever was in that area, or who, if you know you might have hit something in that area, please come forward and let us know. And if you were a witness to anything in that area, please come forward as well. So we're really kind of waiting at this point for some more information, but we're going to keep diligently looking. Okay. And this is an important case for us to focus on. And
still believe it was some sort of glancing blow, if that's the right way to put it, from a mirror, some sort of cargo?
Yeah, that's, you know, we don't know exactly what the mechanism was, but, you know, the evidence at the scene and the way the scene was laid out, that appears to be the most likely scenario.
Okay. For the last several years, we've been hearing complaints about repeat offenders in the revolving door of our jail. Tell us what we need here in Jackson County and why.
Well, I think there's a lot of facets to this, but I think most importantly and foremost, we need more jail space. You know, we're at or near or over capacity almost every shift of every day at the jail. We're constantly turning people out almost as fast as they come in. And, you know, it's kind of a one in, one out type philosophy. And for me, that really doesn't serve our community well, because we have a lot of other parts of the criminal justice system that are compromised because of that. You know, the courts get bogged down, the DA's office can get bogged down. Our patrols, you know, both for us and the city agencies, you know, feel that strain when you don't have the ability to use jail as a resource, or the offenders are right back out. The community feels that. And so, you know, for me, more beds, and then probably we just need to look as a community about some of the other issues that are on the forefront, such as addiction. You know, sure. we have a huge heroin and methamphetamine problem in the valley. So, you know, from those aspects, I think working together with individuals in that area, we could probably do some good things here.
A new jail would obviously cost a lot of money. Is there any kind of estimates on what that would take? I know we're very early in the process.
Yeah, you know, no idea on construction costs. I don't really have a background in that. Sure. But, you know, there's going to be substantial costs, and then there'll be operation costs increase. You know, for instance, you know, right now we're running right around 300 inmates a day, a little less. Our cap is 292. But, you know, we have to feed all those inmates and provide medical care. So if you, say, double your capacity of inmates, you're going to double your meal costs, you're going to double your medical costs, and then, you know, you may have staffing increases to deal with that as well.
So not as simple as just a new facility.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things to consider, and you know, we're going to start working on that, but it's going to be a long project, and, you know, hopefully we'll have some type of proposals in the near future for more bed space somehow. Okay,
all right, very good. We'll take a quick break. We'll have much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. We're getting here with Jackson County Sheriff Nate Sickler. So since Oregon passed the legalization of recreational marijuana, Sheriff, how has that affected your office?
You know, we've seen an increase in calls for service, you know, and those calls range from nuisance complaints such as, you know, traffic increases in those rural areas, to noise disturbances, to lights, to music, to assaults, to robberies, thefts, you name it. We've seen an increase in those areas where we have marijuana grows. And, you know, it's a commodity. It's a valuable commodity. And when you have that, and there's still a black market out there, it's going to attract a certain element of people who are willing to steal it and cause others harm to obtain it. And when you have that, it typically generates more calls for service, in addition to just the livability issues that people who don't grow marijuana now are you know, forced to deal with.
Sure, okay. Under your administration, the body camera program was implemented. Do you feel it's been a positive or a negative influence on the department?
It's been positive. You know, when we implemented the program, it started under Corey Falls. I kind of spearheaded the project as the operations captain, and it's been great. Deputies like it. Provides a very transparent account of interactions between our deputies and the citizens, and I think in this day and age, accountability and transparency is key to trust, and it's been a very good program.
How often would you say the Jackson County Sheriff's Office helps surrounding counties in whatever capacities?
You know, the biggest resource we send out of county is going to be our search and rescue. I think this year we've sent our resources out of county maybe 15 times, but we've also had resources come into our county, I think 8 times. And primarily when you're talking about resources, it's going to be our volunteer elements. Obviously we do have full-time staff and Sergeant Richards and one of our other deputies assigned to search and rescue, but primarily it's the volunteers that make up search and rescue and who are traveling out of our county.
Sure, and I imagine with the weather changing that it's more important than ever to have a quality search and rescue. Are there opportunities for people to volunteer with that?
Absolutely. You know, we have opportunities to volunteer with our traffic safety program, search and rescue, and then we just have volunteer positions within the agency.
Okay, very good. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.